GenderBlenders. Welcome to week 126. It's Thursday, so it must be the Stephenie sisters. Is that
That's
what?
us.
That's us, right?
That's right.
Okay. And just to keep things confusing, she spells her name ever so slightly differently than I spell my name. So that allows us to be able to be absolutely confuse everyone in the entire world.
Yeah, see, we could always say we are the Stephenie and I sisters.
Right, something like that. No,
Okay.
no, that's the Andrew sisters. No,
Oh.
that's somebody different. No, I'm kidding. This week's question is actually a very, very powerful question. How do you know if transitioning is for you? Or how did you know? How did you come to the conclusion that medical transition is for you or isn't? Etc. So since it's the Stephenie sisters, for GenderBlenders this week, this is really weighty. And for some very extreme cases of transsexuals, this is a life and death matter.
This is a big topic.
It's a big
I
topic.
think we're going to end up having to split this one into two videos. So
Yeah.
we'll make a part 1 and a part 2.
So you folks are going to get a treat this time. We're going to have a part 1 and a part 2 up there for this week's.
You know what? You interview me, and I'll do the questions.
Oh, that works just perfectly. I'll interview you. And that
But
works.
behave.
Nah, that's not fun. But if you'll notice, she's got her teaching scarf.
That's right.
See? So
Always have my teaching scarf.
See? So she's got that already.
Right.
So
It also helps hide
Yeah.
some of the air conditioning in my hands.
ooh, that works too. I won't tell them about that.
Oh, yeah. Edit that out, right?
Yeah, edit that one out. Anyway, so let's delve into it. The first question asked this week was, how did you or do you know? So Stephenie, what's your background? Talk about your knowing about yourself.
I can tell you that I've known that I was a girl since I was 4 years old. I mean, not thought that I was, like some of these psychoanalysts and therapists and psychologists and stuff probably treat you. And believe me, in growing up, I had a father that tried beating it out of me a couple times. And you just can't. I mean, you can't change the person. There are a lot of things, physical developments and stuff about me that wouldn't allow me to participate in a lot of the social environments, including those in the schools, such as going in phys ed, taking showers with guys. That would have exposed me because I actually had stuff that showed that I was different. And back then it was very dangerous. But I also came to the conclusion, that there were things I wanted to hang around with the girls. I was never interested in going out and playing things that I was socially expected of me. Wasn't the music, but I guess I had a request from the physician that brought me into this world to come and see him. So I was born in a doctor's office, and he confirmed what I had already knew, that I in fact was transsexual. And I had already been studying that for quite some time. And I was able to get a hold of the scientific journals because I worked with my father, who worked for Delta Dynamics and Scientific Technologies. So I was able to get a hold of some of these journals, and literally that was where I found the first readings and stuff, and I've been studying them ever since. So I've known for an awful long time. And then, of course, last March, I had avoided transitioning for physically too long. My body said, time to transition. I could remember crying for so long in bathrooms and crying myself to sleep every night and dreaming, of one day waking up and the nightmare being over, waking up with my, looking over my wonderful husband or whatever, and children, and then wake up to only find out that the nightmare isn't over. I was only dreaming that the nightmare was over. So there are many things that have gone on and go on in a transsexual's life. There's a lot of us who know that something is different about us, but we don't know what it is.
That's my case.
There are a ton of clues there. The girls walk away and say, "Excuse us for a moment, we're going to go over here, we're having girl talk and you're not welcome," and it hurts you. Because that's what you want, but you can't tell. So there's a lot of indicators.
So talk to me a little bit about medical transitioning, which you then started. How do you know it's for you?
Our needs. I am very happy with the changes that I've had, but I'm also sad because I know that I don't look the way I want completely, but I do look 10 times different. So transitioning is what you make of. It's not just chemical, okay? It's also up here. The keys to a successful transition are in what you think and what you think about yourself and how you treat yourself every single day when you're transitioning. That depends upon the individual. There are 4 different levels of transition.
Yeah, tell us. What are the 4 levels?
Well, you have low level transitioning, medium level. You have intense transsexuals, and then you have extreme transsexuals, which is what I am. I'm an extreme. And I played the role of intense transsexual for a long time. So I was kind of in between a medium and an intense, and kind of bounced back and forth, 1 wishing, 2 wanting, and wishing again, and wanting, and wishing, until my body basically said, no, transition now, or die. Don't think that you are. You need, it is a very, 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 very serious condition, and it's a very permanent change. All 4 areas of transitioning, or transsexuals, have 4 things in common. 1, they identify as being female. 2, they need to live as a female. 3.
1, 2, 4.
You got to get and I'll go back to 3. Okay. Okay. Number 4, they want to live as, or they want to be identified. It's viable, wear clothes and everything else, to be identified as being female. And then number 4, they want to be accepted as being the female that they are. So those are the 4 categories that all 4 share. Okay. And there's a lot of other things. As far as how you know if it's for you, you have to determine which one of those 4 levels you fall into. If you feel that you need absolutely to be, you will know. If you feel you need to have the surgery, if you feel that you will be incomplete without that surgery, then you're going to need to have the surgery. If you feel that you're going to be incomplete without medical, going through transitioning. Transitioning is where you begin your HRT, whether you're beginning on T or whether you're beginning on E, estrogen. It is not a desire. No one in their right mind is going to want
No one's going to go through this.
Know that you have it. Get yourself identified. Look for the traits of stuff, the things that were different about you, because they were. There were many times when you felt that you were out of place. You felt like you didn't even belong in your family. But you have to be prepared, because there's a lot of stuff that you're going to go through. And there's a list of basic ingredients. Knowing yourself. knowing what you want,
Mm-hmm.
and why you want it. Those are the 3 keys that you need to be able to answer before you begin transitioning, because transitioning is permanent. So basically, is knowing yourself. I would say that's how you know whether or not it is for you, and being determined as to whether you are or are not transsexual. If you're transgendered, you have a few other options that other transsexuals do not have. So.
Well, dear, I think, you know what? I think the little clock on the wall says we are going to need to move this into
Part 2?
Part 2. What do you
All
think
right.
about that?
Sounds great. Let's go ahead and do that, because there's some other things that we have to accomplish and hit here. And
Yeah. See you on the
see
other
you on that
side. Wait a minute.